This conference will now be recorded.
Right, we'll start the session. How to display the table of data in Visualforce page? So these are the components we can use to display the table of data. So what are the important attributes we have in all these components? In all these components, what are the attributes you'll use to display the table of data? Value attribute. So list of data I will refer here. And we have var attribute. One item of list. One item of the list you will refer in the var attribute. So these are all called looping components in your Visualforce library. These are all looping components. Page block table, data table, repeat, data list. Belongs to namespace Apex. Right. So when you use a page block table, the look and feel of standard Salesforce page. All right. No format, without any formatting. Unordered list, right? In the form of bulleted items, we like to display more than one item at a time. So we'll use data list. Right? This can be an interview questions. You may get types of controller. What are the types of controller we have? Standard controller. Standard list controller. It means list of data we can display without writing an Apex code. We can display using standard list controller. Without writing Apex code, I can display a record, a details by referring standard controller. These are inbuilt controllers. And we have custom controller. It's your Apex class. And then we have extension. Right? Extension is again another class to add more functionality, to add additional functionality for your standard or for your standard list controller, for your custom controller. You'll add more functionality We'll override the existing functionality by using an Apex class called extensions. Okay, so right, I need to create a page similar to this. I need to create a Visualforce page similar to this to get my contact. I need to create a Visualforce page similar to this. Right, I need to get a Visualforce page similar to this to get a contact for account. To get a contact for account. So I will include this, create this type of page. I will create this type of page. I can use a page block table, page block. I can include a section with the help of a page block component. And for the page block component, I will add a title, contact edit. Am I right? So we'll add a title, contact edit. So what about this one? This part, I will add a section, Apex colon section. And what is the title you will give? The title I will give contact information. Right. So how will you bring the label? How will you bring the label and what components you'll use to get input for object field? Which component, input component we can use to get input for Salesforce object field? Input field. Input field. And what is the page? What is the page? We'll use standard controller, right? We'll use standard controller. My page will be pointing to associated with standard controller contact. Right? My page will be associated with standard controller contact. People are able to follow this? Right. So the entire page will be referred to standard controller contact. This is the page block title, and this is the page block section. And each field you will refer with the input field, right? Your last name input field. And how about these buttons? The buttons you will add using Apex colon command button. Apex colon command button. Right. And what is the important attribute you'll use here? When user click on his save button, the contact record needs to be inserted. So we have a predefined functions. We have inbuilt functions from this standard controller class called save function. Got me? We have a save function, and similarly, the cancel will also have a function called cancel. You can bring it, right? Right. So what is the additional thing? How to bring this field? How to bring this parent field? We are going to insert a contact for a account for a parent. So what is the naming convention we follow? How to refer this field? We know how to refer first name value equal to your standard controller class name dot first name, the field name, right? Similarly, you will refer the last name input field. So whatever the field name, you just refer that field name. So how about this one? Check the field name of this field. So this is my contact. This is a label. I need to know the field name. fields. I believe this part is not covered. Am I right? I believe this part is not covered. Get a contact for a related parent. Isn't it? Anyone can respond? Referring
Yes, sir.
the out. Yeah, good. Right. Can do. Right. So we are going to bring the parent field here. We know how to refer the current object field. When I say current object, it means what is the object your standard controller is pointing to. What is the object your standard controller Visual Force page is referring to. That is a current object, right? So now we are going to refer the current object field, but we are going to bring the relationship field, right? So this is a field which relates the parent object. This is a field is used to relate to your parent object. It's called a relationship field, right? So how do you call this field? Relationship field or lookup field. When I say lookup field, it means we are look up some record. It's not relationship type. What I mean here, it's not relationship type. It's a lookup mirror symbol, right? So anything you look up, I mean it lookup field, right? Lookup field or relationship field. When you create relationship between two objects, where you will create relationship field? In the child object. So contact is a child, account is a parent. So what is the naming convention we'll follow in standard object, in standard relationship, right? This relationship is already been inbuilt, is already been defined by the Salesforce between account and contact. So the field, what you're seeing here is account name. So I have a label here. This is account name. Account name is a label. What is the actual field name? Account. So this is a relationship field. So how we are going to refer in your Visual Force page this field so that I can bring the similar lookup mirror symbol so that when user insert a contact, user can select account record by click on this. How we are doing in standard page, the same way I need to bring it in my Visual Force page. So how we are going to refer here, listen, Apex, input field, value, that field name, whatever field name you've seen here, that field name, suffix with ID, right? And the field name belongs to contact object, right? As you refer your first name, last name, this is also one of the field in your contact object, but the field is a lookup field. The field is a lookup field. It's lookup the parent object account. The field name is account, but how we are going to refer here? We are going to refer here account suffix with ID, right? This we know already because we are referring the field from the contact object. So we have to follow this format: object name dot field name, object name dot field name, object name dot field name. But how we are going to refer this field? Any field which is in this which is a relationship field. Any field which is in relationship. How to refer that field? We are going to refer that field by field name plus that ID you are going to suffix. Got me? The field name and ID you are going to suffix. So that's how we're going to refer the field. So let's create quickly. Let's see how the page is rendered in your Visual Force page. The field is rendered in your Visual Force page. So what do you miss here? Since we are using input field component, the form is record. And it's what is the number of columns? It's a what type of column layout? One column layout. So in your page block section, you're going to make it as one column layout. By default, it's two column layout, right? Your page block section. So get a page like this. So how to bring this account name, right? Here. So what is the naming convention? The field name suffix with ID. Dot account is a field name. I'm going to suffix with ID. So I got the field now. I can look up. I can insert a contact for this account. I can insert a contact for this account. Right? See, there is an information, additional information. Listen. The field, what you are seeing here, the field when you select, we are selecting the name of the account, right? This is the name of the account we select. Okay. The name field, which field you are selecting? The record name field, right? Record name field is nothing but the standard field, the text field. Even when you create a custom object, there is a standard field will get created automatically. That field can be a text or auto number type, right? That field is called record name field. So record name field has a feature where you can select the field. Okay, right. So the record name value is being displayed here. Your account name is a record name field in account object. Okay, so wherever you select a parent record, what field you are going to select? The record name field. But internally, this field is going to store ID of the parent record. ID of the parent record. So the field is always labeled as, the field is always referred as account ID. ID field. Okay, the parent, when you select any parent anywhere, when you select the parent record, when you create a case, right? When you create a case, I choose, I can create the case for a contact or account. When you choose a contact here, so what you are choosing here, we are choosing the record name field because that is a field that can be selectable. What you are seeing here is a record name field, right? But what internally stored in this relationship field, the ID of that contact record. Okay, for information, you will see this information. This ID will use it. The ID value will use it in your SOQL query when you see the SOQL topic. Okay, what actually we are storing in this field is going to be ID of the parent record, right? Right. Now how to bring this field? How to bring this field in your any parent lookup field to bring it in a VF page? We are going to refer the field name suffix with ID. Heard me? We have a field called report to. Right. It's basically report. It's basically look up to. It's basically look up to the same object, contact object. Okay. It's a standard relationship. How to bring this field? See here. How I'm going to bring this. What is the label of the field? The label of the field is report to. The label of the field is report to. I think anyone facing any screen sync issue in my side? Report to?
No.
Fine. Okay. So report to field I would like to bring. So how I'm going to do? Input field. Contact dot report to ID. Suffix with ID. I'm going to bring this. So any other lookup field? People are able to follow this. So that's the naming convention we'll follow. Right? So let's quickly create a case page. I need to get a case for contact or account. I need to get a case for contact or account. So case for, case for contact or account. Okay, right. A similar page I need to bring. So let's create the Visualforce page quickly. A list combo type, what you are looking for? You are looking for the drop down, right? The drop down, I will refer the field, that's it, no? Pick list field. Case dot subject. So this is how I bring the case, right? So how to bring this field. First thing, contact lookup field. Okay, so see the field section. From here, the tab is highlighted. I can go to the corresponding object field section from the side navigation bar. The field label is contact name. It's a relationship field. The name is contact. So we are going to refer that. And field ID. Am I right? Similarly, we will follow this. Similarly, how to bring the account. Account ID. Okay, how normally how they given this naming convention? The parent object name, object name only they refer here. Okay, so this is standard way, but to avoid confusion, what you should understand, the name of the field along with ID. The name of the field along with ID is basically the field that you're going to refer to bring that field in the lookup form. in the lookup form, so that lookup mirror symbol will appear. How to bring the relationship field? The field name suffix with ID. That way you can bring the relationship field in your Visualforce page, right? And this is a drop-down field, so automatically bring the pick list options. How we are going to bring the pick list option? This is a property of your input field. So what is the property of input field? Input field will bring attributes of the Salesforce field. The attributes like a right, the drop down, and if it is a date field, you can able to bring the date field here. So all those attributes you can able to bring it here. Okay, people are good with this. We'll move on to lookup field name is account ID. The lookup field name is account. Again, the reference account ID. Contact is a parent. Case is a child. The lookup field name is contact. It's going to be contact ID. All right. People able to follow this? So we have seen some field report to. So report to is basically look up the contact record itself. Look up the contact. It's a standard relationship. Okay. Look up the contact record itself. The name. These are contacts. So basically, it's a lookup to same object. So what is the name of the field? Report to. Reports to. How we are able to bring this? We just refer that field name along with ID. Am I right? That's how you're able to bring that field. Okay, so straightforward functionality. You'll be able to follow this. Right. Okay, I need to create a page. Now with display the account details for an account record. So this is a standard controller page to display the account details, account name, industry. Got me? So this is a page I need to create. So the details should be displayed for any of the account ID we are passing here. Account record ID we pass as a query string. Corresponding details should be displayed here. And in another section, the section below, I need to get a task for this account. I need to get a task for this account. Got me? We know the task. A task is nothing but a reminder, right? So a subject of the task and who is assigned to, and whether task is related to which object, right? Task is related to which object and the due date of the task. So all those details I need to get in the form of input. I need to get the details. I need to get the details from the user. We are just working on the UI part. Okay, how to create a task and all, that's not our objective now. We are just working on the UI part now. Okay, so I need to display a page, a standard controller page. Okay, with the value of the account record for the ID we are passing at the URL, and the same page I need to get the input for the task. The task details I need to get the task for, so for the account record. So if you see the task UI, how to create a task normally in declaratively, how will you create a task? We'll go to the open activities and click new. A task will be created. So what are the fields we have here? We have a field assigned to, so to whom the task is going to be assigned, and what is the subject. Got me? And the task can be related to a person, either contact or lead. A task can be for assigned to it's related to contact or lead, and it's related to a company, a customer and a context belong to that customer, right? So the relate to is a field where the task is related to, and the name is can also be referred to a person, a contact or lead. Okay, these are not the persons. In general, there are two fields in your task. One is related to person, another is related to non-human. Non-human in the sense it can be a company or case or any object, custom object you create. In general, the task is related to a person and non-person entity. Got me? Right. How to bring this? The question is how to bring this field in your UI. Just to add one more examples to understand the naming convention of how to refer the lookup field. Right. That's an additional example to understand the naming convention. How to bring this in UI. So I'm going to create a standard controller page. Count. So here I'm going to display only the display the account record in read-only mode. So I use output field. Name. Right. One more section I add. To get the task details. Right. Now we'll go to the task object. Okay. Right. The question is how can I bring the task details, right? Yeah, this is standard controller page. You cannot bring the task details here. You need a custom controller because it's a different object. Okay. 1 minute. Let me check. Activities, where you'll find the task. Okay. Mhm. Right. See. Um, yeah. See, a task is a different object, standard object, right? An account can have a task. An account can have a task. So account can have a contact. Account can have opportunity and cases, right? And can have a task. So whatever you are seeing as a related list, then account became a parent. All the related list sections became a child. And we already discussed about the naming convention of the child, right? How to refer the child object. We already seen it, right? So how to refer the child? In the page block table section, a demo we have seen. The child is basically going to be referred as the plural name of the object. The plural name of the object, right? We already discussed this. So similarly, what we did here, we just refer the task in the form of as a child, right? As a child, we are referring this a task. Okay, basically, what are you able to bring here in the UI, the details of the account and the existing the task for the account. So I can modify the task now. Okay, we are just working on the UI part. We are just working on the UI part. If we pass ID at the URL, we pass ID at the URL, and I can get the details of the task and details of that account record, whatever ID you are passing at the, in the form of query string. Okay, and you modify here, and you can add a command button and save the modify the task. But when you add the functionality here, we can only modify the account record, because this page belongs to standard controller. Got me? The page belongs to standard controller. So if you add any method here, command button, we know how to refer the standard functions, right? The standard functions account, for the account standard controller, we'll have a save function, which will behave same as your the save function here. Okay, so when you edit here, so I can able to modify the account record and save it, but I cannot modify the task. But what we are interested here, what we've seen here how to bring the task details also, for this account. Okay, so and another learning part here, the column component will always display the value in the read-only mode. If you see any of the data table or page block table, because where we can use column component, it's only can be a child to data table or page block table. Okay, if you see this field, so everything is a read-only format, right? The column component by default is going to display the table in read-only format. Right? How to display this field in editable format? Listen here. I'm just copy this into another page. I'm going to this basically is going to display the data in read-only mode. Right? I'm going to bring this in editable mode. So what I'm going to do, as a child to column component, I'm going to include input field. As a child to parent column component, we are make this field as a editable field by including an input field as a child to column component. So whenever you are using input field, I should use a form tag. Now preview this. Now only the name field alone is editable mode, right? Got me? But what about the label? The label will display only if the input field is a direct child to page block section. Now it is not the direct child to page block section. It is now as a child to column component. So we add our own label now. People are able to follow this? That's the same thing we are brought here. We brought in the here as well. Okay, when pass ID of the account at the, so the task is displayed in editable mode because we use input field here. So input field by default column will display the data in read-only mode. By using input field as a child to column, we can display the table data in editable mode. People are good with this? So this is my standard controller page, right? So I can refer the methods here, page block buttons, standard methods I can refer here. How to call the standard methods? Standard methods, command button. Right, this is my page for Burlington, for Dickinson. Let me change the type as the type field, right? I didn't given the label here. Right. For Dickinson, I would like to modify the type as prospect and save it. Right. By default, it goes to the home page. But let's see the preview the page again and see the value. It's prospect now. What be? People able to follow this? It's prospect now. See, by default, the standard behavior, it goes to the home tab. Okay. But those standard behavior we need to override. We need to understand the extension and all. Okay. We are just working on the the UI part and the standard functionality. Got me? People are able to follow this. You got the understanding of what is the naming convention we'll follow to refer the lookup field. What is the naming convention we follow to refer the child object, right? When you refer the child object, we are going with plural name. Child object data for a parent, we are going with the plural name as we discussed in your page block table demos, right? Contacts, cases. When you're referring a lookup field in your UI, then you are going with the field name suffix with ID. The field name suffix with ID. Okay. Right. So let's create a detail page for a contact quickly. I'll add one more naming convention. Contact detail page. I'm going to display a contact. I'm going to display a contact, right? The same page you're repeating. So I'm going to display it, right? The form tag is not required. People able to follow this? So I'm going with the output field instead of input field. To save time, I just copy pasted. When you do it, try to type each and every line on your own. Okay, do not go with copy paste. Even suggestion not to copy the component also. Even the component is repeated, try to write down, type it on your own. So this is a page. I'd like to display the account details. Okay, existing account contact details. So let's go. I'm going with right. I'm just choosing this account contact. So I pass the ID in the URL. Right. People are able to see here. What happens here? The account ID is basically displayed in the form of hyperlink. Right. Basically, how we are going to the same lookup field. Right. The lookup field is basically hyperlink in the standard page. So the same appearance, the same functionality feature is also hyperlink is also there in your field, right? Right. My requirement is now I need to bring the industry field from the account, the parent field. I need to bring the industry of the account. Whatever field is there in this account, Grand Hotel Resorts Limited, industry field, the type field, annual revenue, I like to display it here. The parent field I like to display here. Okay, what is the naming convention we are going to follow to bring the parent field here? Listen, I make it as a 2-column layout, or else, okay, yeah, 2-column layout, and I'm going to add one more section here. Account details, contact detail, output field, I'm going to bring uh, the account industry, right? Current object dot the field name. The field name is nothing but the relationship field. What is the relationship field? To what is the relationship field to relate to parent account? Account dot the field name. Account dot field name. People are able to follow this? I'll explain again. It's quite simple naming convention. I'll explain again. I'm able to bring this, right? See, whenever you are bring the lookup field, when you are like to bring the lookup field, the naming convention is going to be a field name, the relationship field name suffixed with ID. If you are going to display the parent field, then again it's going to be relationship field name dot the field name of the parent, the field of the parent. Got me? When you are referring the relationship field, the lookup field, then what you are going to use here, account, the field name suffix with ID. When you are referring the parent field name, the parent field like industry, phone, any of the field from the parent object, relationship field name dot field of the parent. Child object name dot relationship field name suffix with ID. So that's how you refer the lookup field, right? How to referring lookup field. So this is a naming convention you follow. Referring lookup field in standard relationship. So this naming convention is for your standard relationship. So what about this field? This is nothing but, see what I did here, I'm including a comment. See, the comment line is how I'm adding the comment line. Open angle bracket, exclamatory, double hyphen. So this is a commented line. It means this line will not be compiled by the compiler, right? This line will not be considered by the compiler, right? It's just a commented line, non-executable line. So we are going to include a commented line, open angle bracket, exclamatory double hyphen, closed by double hyphen, closed angle bracket. Okay, if you like to comment multiple lines, then we go with this format. Wherever you like to open the comment, commented line 1, there you have to close it. That's it. You will be able to follow this. Right, we'll back to naming convention. So how to refer parent field. So what is the naming convention? The naming convention is going to be child object name, which is account here, contact here, dot relationship field name dot parent object field name, parent field. That's the naming convention follow, right? When you're referring the lookup field directly, then we are going with the suffix with ID. If any other parent field you are referring, the naming convention follow is relationship field name dot parent field name. People have to follow this. So every parent field you can refer like this. Right? So what am I referring? Account name. Account name also I'm referring. Account dot name. So right. So this is actually lookup field. Lookup field as a property. Lookup field as a property of will display in hyperlink, right? But not your field from the account object, right? These are not lookup field. These are all field. What you are referring here is a field which doesn't have that feature. That is, which doesn't have that property, where only the lookup field will display in the form of hyperlink. People are able to follow this? referring a parent field, lookup field, and the parent field, right? And this part is for your commented line example. Okay. I would include a commented line. Page block section. Page block. Page. Open with and ends with hyphen. Right. This is a character you will follow. It will comment. Can you make a field as mandatory in coding? Yes, in coding you have flexibility to anything, right? Any of the limitations you have in the standard page, every limitations you can overcome by by coding, by customization. Okay, what you are working is the out of box features. Of course, you have limitations out of box features, but whatever limitations you have here that can be overcome uh, by coding, by API. I hope people are able to follow this. So I just make it here. Referring a parent field, referring the relationship field. Right? So refer this example. Okay, all right. Now this naming convention will follow in your standard object relationship. In the standard object relationship, right? So whatever we discussed is for your standard object relationship. So how the naming convention will follow uh, to refer the similar lookup field and parent field in the case of relationship, custom relationship that we defined, right? The relationship that we defined. Let's see whether I have a custom object so that I can show you the naming convention demo. Create objects. Okay, I do not have much custom object here. Let me create a custom object here. I'm going to create a project, a custom object, a project. Okay, the name of the project, the status of the project. It's a text field, standard field, record name field. Fine. And this is a pick list field. It's going to have an option open, closed, status. Okay. I'm going to create another object called training. The first name of the training, last name of the training. So both are text field. Email. Let's go with the phone. It's a phone type. It's a phone type. And this is a child object. So here we are going to create the lookup field. I name the field as a project name. I name the field as a project name. I label the field as a project name. And it's going to be a lookup relationship field. Lookup to which object? Project object. People are able to follow this? Two objects I'm going to create. I'm going to create these fields. This is a child object where I'm going to create the relationship field. So this is a relationship field we have in the custom relationship object, custom relationship, right? This relationship we created. So we give the name of the field, right? We give the name of the field. Then we have to follow this name. We have to follow this name. So how we are going to follow this? See here. How are you going to refer this field? I'm going to create a custom object, project. Oops. Plural name. Projects. Okay. And the project name, let it be save. I'm going to add some field, pick list. Status. Right now, so I'm going to create one more object, trainee. Trainees, making it as auto number field, because we are going to create a first name last name as a text field. Okay, save this. First name last name, text type. One more. Make it as a record field. Right. What is the next field you are going to create? Relationship field. So look up relationship. I go. Next. Which is a parent? Project. And what is the name I'm going to give? I make it name. See the relationship name, child relationship name. So when you display uh, when you're referring a child record being in a parent object, we refer plural name, right? We refer plural name for your for a contact, right? For a account, we refer the contact, a child details. They follow plural naming convention, right? So by default, the child is always will have plural name. Got me? Right. Next. Next. Right. We created and we create quickly two tabs so that I can add some rows. We can add some rows to the project and the trainees so that I can show the demo of how to refer the parent and child field in your Visualforce page for the custom object relationship. So one more for trainee. I leave all the default as it is. It's added to all the applications. A tab is added to all the applications. It's available in all applications. Okay. Service. It's added here. Okay, just an example. So we go and create some rows here. sales project, it's open, support. Some project. Okay, I'm going to add a trainees for this project. So SBI. One more. Okay, right. Let's see how to display the project and the trainees here. Right, the project and trainees here. So I go to the Visualforce page. First, let me see how to display the project page. What is the standard controller here? Project _C. Page block. Page block section. Field. Value equal to object name dot field name. Similarly, status _C. Project detail. Right. So what details I would like to display? This project details, because it's a standard controller page. So I pass ID equal to, I get the details. Okay. In another section, I would like to display the trainees for that project. Page block section. So this is for your trainees. So trainees is more than one, right? It's a child we are referring. So we're going with a data table or page block table. Whatever component we can use, data table or page block table. So we are going to refer a plural name, the child relationship name. Trainees, right? A trainees is a plural name we have seen. When you create a relationship field in your trainee object, what is the name we have seen? The plural name we have seen. People able to follow this? The plural name we have seen, right? When you edit this, you'll come to know the plural name, which is a child relationship name. Okay, right? The same name you are referring here, but we need to add a double underscore R. It's a relationship name. Whenever you are referring the relationship name, it's going to be double underscore R. People follow this? What we are going to refer? Trainee is double underscore. If it is a standard object, then just a plural name will refer. Account, contacts, account, cases, account, opportunities. Here, the plural name, but this is a custom object. Custom object always has naming convention like double underscore C, right? But when you're referring a relationship name, it's going to be double underscore R. This is a child relationship name. Child relationship name. Double underscore R. Got me? So now we are referring multiple site record where, so we are going to display the value column value equal to tn dot first name. So whatever field, right? Because you know, like at a time it will hold one record from this collection. So we are going to refer multiple fields, I mean all the fields from the record with the dot notation. So this we already discussed. Phone. So what is the issue here? Invalid field, first name. Yeah, it's a custom field, right? Double underscore C, double underscore C, double underscore C. There is a preview. Yeah, it is here. So just know that and pass ID here. I get the details like this. For a parent, child. For a parent, child. People are follow this? People are able to follow this? So the naming convention I wanted to convey, please create this object and see this example. We'll continue tomorrow.
Ranjit, can you recap the last scenario which you explained quickly, please?
Right. Give a quick recap. See here, I have two objects, custom objects here. So what is the naming convention you are following here? In standard objects, we go with the naming convention like, right, the relationship field name dot parent field. And similarly, when you refer the child, we are going with the plural name of the child object. Plural name of the child object. When you refer the a child object, we are going with the plural name of the child object, right? Where in the case of your custom objects, it's again going to be a plural name. It's again going to be a plural name, but you are going to add a double underscore R because it's a custom relationship object. It's a custom object. What you are referring here is a object is a relationship we defined. It's not defined by the Salesforce. When defined by the Salesforce, is a standard relationship. So we straightforward, we just go with the plural name, right? For example, when referring a contact for account dot contacts plural name. But if it is a custom, then we are going to add a double underscore R. That's it. We're going to add double underscore R. Okay. So that's the naming convention will follow. In case if I'm referring the parent field from the child. So this is a child, right? This is a child. Are we going to refer the parent field? Text colon column value equal to tn dot, right? What is how we are referring the parent field here in this relationship? The relationship field name dot parent field name. Relationship field name dot parent field name, right? The same name, same format you are going to follow here. The relationship field. What is the relationship field? This is the relationship field. We given project name. I believe we given the name as a project name, right? So project name double underscore R dot name of the project. Similarly, how we are going to refer the status field, the status of the object project parent object double underscore C. This is a field name. This is a relationship name. So wherever you are referring relationship name, that's going to be double underscore R in your custom object relationship, right? It's going to be double underscore R. In the case of standard object relationship, there won't be any double underscore R, just a relationship field name. Here too, we are referring relationship field name only, right? Just go to the trainee and see the name, what name we given. That is the name we have to refer here. This is the name we are referred here, right? So that's the name we have to refer. But instead of C, we are going to put R because this is a relationship name we are referring. Relationship we are referring, right? Relationship name we are referring here. So wherever you are referring relationship name, that is going to be double underscore R in the custom object relationship. People are good to this? We'll see some more example, one more additional examples tomorrow to add more clarity on this, okay, to revise this topic. Naming convention. Anyways, naming convention is going to be repeated for multiple going forward, so you'll be familiar with the naming convention, okay. right? I'll upload this. See you all tomorrow. Fine, all of you? We'll sign off now. We'll connect tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to repeat the examples tomorrow. Take care, all of you. Bye-bye.